This month on Images, we'll honor this year's outstanding graduates and overall outstanding faculty member. COD programs prepare students for careers in medical imaging, and EMT and nursing students work together in an emergency. All of that and more on this edition of Images. Hi, I'm Rio Almaria, admissions representative at College of DuPage. Welcome to Images, the show that keeps you up to date with everything happening here at COD. Each year, College of DuPage recognizes 2 graduates whose achievements truly demonstrate determination and success. First, Images gets acquainted with culinary arts student Dau of Glen Ellyn.
I started in the fall of 2010 here, and then I had my Baking 2 class with Chef Nancy Carey in the spring of 2011. And halfway through the class, I really connected with her. We have a very similar mindset, and we work really well together. And I ended up doing my internship with her, developing a new class that the baking pastry program now offers, the specialty baking class. Our relationship has gotten so much stronger since then, and I feel like without her, I couldn't do what I've done, and I've had so many opportunities opened up to me because of what she has been able to teach me and who she's connected me with. And I just feel like without her, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. It's okay to make mistakes. Like, be prepared to make mistakes and be willing to make mistakes, and that's how you'll grow and you'll learn, and that's stuck with me. And that was, I think, 1.5 years ago, and that's been my fuel for every class, all the ones I've been nervous for going into, and just thinking that, I'm here, I'm in school, this is my time to make these mistakes and to grow from them. The professors are great. They're brilliant industry professionals who come in and they just share their knowledge with us and their passion, and we learn so much from working here and from also being an involved student. I've had these opportunities open up to me, and I helped produce and execute the dessert for the Board of Trustees dinner last winter. And then Midwest Imports, who's one of our suppliers, has, again, demos and classes with international corporate pastry chefs, and I've been involved in 4 of those, working with these chefs. And so the connections I've made with industry professionals, and then these very big-time chefs that I've worked with, which I really don't believe I would have gotten if I weren't here. When I found out that I won Outstanding Graduate, I almost started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe it. And the first thing I thought of was because Mary Beth Leone and then Chef Nancy Carey were both like really pushing for me to apply and to go forward with this. And I figured, yeah, it'd be a really good way for me to give. I felt like I was kind of giving back to all the experience I was able to gain and the people I met and the relationships I built here. And this was kind of my repayment back to them, to be able to thank them in a way I've never been able to before. And so I feel like it's for them.
Wheaton resident and dental hygiene student Roxanne Peterson also received the honor of Outstanding Graduate. Images spoke with her, learning about the path she traveled to find COD and discover new passions.
I came to College of DuPage because I wanted to seek a new passion, and that's when I made my decision to go and be an RDH, which is a dental hygienist. When I first started coming to COD, I was a little nervous. I have a learning disability, so I have dyslexia, and because of this, I wasn't sure if even my highest achievements could give me the dream that I wanted to, which was to become a dental hygienist. But through the opportunities that the college offered, through the instructors and the resources, the English Center, I was able to overcome these barriers, and I was able to pursue my dream as becoming a dental hygienist. It was a challenge, but I really enjoyed it, and the instructors are great. There's 3 head instructors right now. It's Miss Zahor, Miss Belmonte, and Miss Drummer, and they are excellent. They really helped me be able to overcome any kind of challenges that I met in the program. And clinic was great because we get hands-on experience while going through the program. So overall, it was an eye-opening experience, and I really, really liked it. The facility is wonderful. It just opened up, I believe, a couple years ago, not too long ago. It's a great facility for anyone who maybe doesn't have the income to go to a regular dental office. And because the actual appointments are 3 hours long, it gives us the time to learn, and not only learn for ourselves, but able to educate the patients, because it's not a business. It's not a, oh, you're in and out in an hour. We actually get to sit there, and one of the most important things is educate the patient so they can have better oral health. I think this college is great because the general education courses, not only are they affordable, but they're also flexible in time, so you can work and you are able to attend college at the same time. I really like the fact that I believe most of my teachers challenged me, so it prepared me to be in the program. So all the classes, I feel like, really educated me on what I needed to do, especially since I do have dyslexia. I learned time management skills through the general education classes I took to prepare me for success. If I ever needed help, I was able to, the teachers give you contact information so you can seek help and be able to obtain the knowledge that you need through these classes. I was really excited. I feel like this is an honor and opportunity to be outstanding graduate of College of DuPage. I didn't know that it was even a possibility for me, but I decided to try. And through this experience, I've learned so much. I've learned even more about what the school offers through meeting with different people and talking to different people. And I really love this college, so I'm really seeking a bachelor career by still attending this school through Concordia, and I just really am excited for the new opportunities and the opportunities that this has brought.
Learners of all ages from all backgrounds find their next calling at College of DuPage. For more about what COD has to offer you, visit our website at cod.edu. Each year, College of DuPage honors one educator who stands above the rest as its overall outstanding faculty member. For the 2013-2014 academic year, this distinction is awarded to Associate Professor of Chemistry, Dr. Lubna Haque.
I wanted to work here because of the versatility in the courses that are offered here, as well as the huge number of students and the diversity among students. Chemistry always had a passion for me, and I had a passion for it. You should never be afraid of chemistry because you are part of chemistry, because you are matter. So in my opinion, there needs to be a connection with any subject matter that you are learning. And once the connection is made, I see the students just flourish in my classes. We all, the chemistry faculty at COD, we all make chemistry fun. We really focus on the student learning based on how they connect with the subject matter. We all have different approaches. My approach mostly is to connect from their point of view, what their major is. I ask that question on the very first day, try to see what their reason is to take chemistry, or maybe they are just meeting with me to check which class they need for their major. And I explain to them how chemistry is connected to their major or could help them for their future goals and their degrees or certificates that they are taking. I feel like we do a great job of explaining to them what the subject matter is, providing a lot of extra help through our tutoring services, through access and accommodation services. We work closely with the library resources. I make them write research papers so that it brings that interest in them to see how could they apply chemistry to their everyday life. I am amazed by how much the students really encourage me to do more for them. I tell them every day, and I ask them, what more can I do for you? I ask them to tell me what has worked for them or what has not worked for them. It has now put a responsibility on me to do more for the college, for the students, for the community it serves, as well as for my fellow faculty.
Images would like to congratulate Lubna, one of many high-quality educators inspiring College of DuPage students. At COD, the opportunities for learning and personal growth are endless. Check out what COD has to offer you. Visit cod.edu for more information. Technological advancements continue to improve the means and accuracy of detecting and diagnosing diseases and medical disorders. Coming up next, COD's comprehensive offerings in diagnostic medical imaging and radiography.
When it comes to your degree, College of DuPage believes that you shouldn't have to compromise quality for convenience or cost. COD provides an education that's affordable and high quality, so you'll get a good return on your investment. There are convenient and flexible class options, so you have the ability to balance work, life, and school. By attending COD for your first 2 years of college, you'll save more than $36,000 compared to attending an in-state public university, and almost $69,000 compared to a private university. Reach your full potential. Register now for fall semester at College of DuPage. Welcome to College of DuPage. Welcome to the new school of thought.
We are part of a healthcare team. We're just one of many components that come together to help make patients feel better.
It's such a great feeling, knowing that I can make a difference in the patients' lives and enjoying what I do.
I think the instruction that we receive here is amazing. We have so many instructors from a wide array of backgrounds who have tons of experience.
I feel like we have a higher level of education to be able to prepare us to take the registry exam to enter the workforce.
I chose COD because I wanted a good quality education without the university price.
I chose COD because it's close to home, it's hands-on experience that gets you ready for the real world in a short amount of time with the best advanced degrees that you can't find at another community college.
Radiography program here at College of DuPage has always stood for excellence in the radiography field. We've always been a forerunner in what we offer our students. We have a lot of opportunities with our lab and our energized equipment, and our students are always leaving the program ready to be successful in their field.
Taking pictures is one thing, but you actually have to know what you're doing in placing the patient in a particular way to get the images that the doctors need.
You're working directly with the doctors and the surgeons, and you're kind of like the eyes for them. They need you to provide high quality images in order for them to perform their surgery.
Digital radiography equipment, computed radiography equipment, film screen equipment, so we get hands-on knowledge of all the different systems.
The program here helps you prepare for when you go into your clinical site because you do everything here before you're able to do it at your site.
We have a fully energized lab that students have the opportunity to practice these skills here on campus with our energized X-ray equipment and various phantoms that we have. And then they are able to go to the clinical site and be able to perform these exams on patients. So they will learn in the classroom, practice in lab, followed by performing in the clinical site.
I think we're really lucky to have the teachers that we have. They're very helpful and they're very thorough, and they try to explain things in a straightforward manner.
The instructors at College of DuPage are excellent. So they understand what information you need to know and the best ways to learn and to teach the material.
I felt confident going into my first surgery, working with C-arm and working with the surgeons because of my education in the College of DuPage radiography program.
You can enter the workforce knowing what you need to do to help the patients, to help the doctors, and to keep the patients safe.
Sonography or ultrasound is the use of sound waves to look inside the body to see if disease is present. At College of DuPage, we offer instruction on the specialties of abdomen, obstetrics and gynecology, and vascular technology. The person best suited for sonography is somebody that is detail-oriented, an intense learner, compassionate, and loves interacting with others and enjoys helping others.
Well, I was looking at things to do in healthcare, and sonography kind of struck me because it's kind of on the cutting edge. There's stuff that the machines can do now that they couldn't really do 5 or 10 years ago, and it's very much an operator-intensive profession. So it's very much a skill that you have to learn and acquire as you're learning about the human body.
What are the organs in the body? How do they operate? What should they look like normally? And then what will they look like if something is wrong with them? And in the lab, we're practicing, how do you look at each organ? What's the standard protocol to make sure whether or not there is disease present?
And all the instructors really want us to succeed, and you can really tell that in Scan Lab. When we're in lab, we generally have one instructor for every 2 students. There are other programs that have a lot of people, 30, 35 people in each class, and they have 2 machines in their entire program. So they have to really fight to get scan time.
We have a state-of-the-art lab. We have 6 different ultrasound machines, different brands, which really helps because when they go into the hospitals all carry different equipment, so it gives them that versatility and makes them critical thinkers where they could walk into any laboratory and look at a machine and not be concerned like, how do I use it? They already have learned how to use 4 or 5 different machines and can just jump in and figure it out. Our lab is outfitted very well to give a good, thorough education in sonography.
I'm still a student, but you do feel like you're part of a healthcare team because you're sort of in there. You get to listen to them talk to the radiologists, you get to see all sorts of pathology and things like that.
At this point in time, COD is the only college that has a degree that includes abdomen, obstetrics, gynecology, and vascular technology in one. So our students are ahead of the game when it comes to employment upon graduation.
I knew I didn't want to be a nurse. I knew I didn't want to be a doctor. But I do want to have that patient contact, that patient care. That was my #1 drive for actually looking into seeing what nuclear medicine is.
It allows me to help people, but also at the same time use radioactive substances that I had always thought were dangerous, but actually they're very safe and they're actually put to good use to help pretty much treat people and take care of them and make them feel better.
Nuclear medicine uses radioactive tracers to capture the physiological functions within the human body to help physicians diagnose and treat conditions and diseases.
Somebody has some kind of pain, we can go in with nuclear medicine and help diagnose it or give them a better picture.
The techniques and the scans that have evolved in the field have definitely saved lives, without a doubt.
The instruction being hands-on and having somebody that's already in that field has helped put into perspective what you're really going to do.
So our nuclear medicine technology students have access to a working gamma camera, a radio pharmacy with dose calibrator and Geiger counters and all sorts of radio pharmacy equipment, as well as CT scanner, which is a part of the PET CT portion of our program. It is a significant advantage for our students being able to work hands-on with an actual CT scanner in the classroom with software and phantoms and all kinds of educational tools that simulate real-world experience.
Got multi-million-dollar machines and equipment in here that is phenomenal to have at your fingertips.
I feel like I'll be very prepared for the workforce because it's 4 semesters of clinical experience and at different hospitals. So by the time we get to the workforce, we'll be flexible enough to go into any hospital environment and just kind of dive in.
I'm going to feel comfortable stepping into a new clinical setting, whether it be a hospital or a clinical site, and feel confident that I know what I'm doing based on the instruction that I've had here at COD.
Our nuclear medicine students are well prepared after completing our program to work in the nuclear medicine technology field.
My husband and I are both cancer survivors, and it really made me kind of look at how I want to spend the remainder of my career, and I decided to go back to school and study radiation therapy so that I can work with cancer patients.
Well, I just really like working with people and making a difference. I mean, I feel like with radiation therapy, you really get to connect with your patient, get to know them on a long-term basis.
The people that get into imaging and on into things like radiation therapy are people that are good with working with people, because ultimately you are taking care of patients. You're taking care of them at a time when it may not be the best time of their lives. They've either been injured or may have been told they have a disease that is life-threatening.
Were there hope on a daily basis of either crushing this cancer or extending their quality of life?
Well, prerequisite for the radiation therapy program is to be a graduate of either the radiography or the nuclear medicine program, either here at College of DuPage or another community college or college in the area. So much of radiation therapy is imaging and locating the tumor first before we can treat it. Coming in with the imaging background gives you a very good base and allows us to have a one-year program versus 2 to 4 years at another college or university.
The foundation that I got in the X-ray program that was a prerequisite for this program really gave me everything I needed to move on. The instructors are top-notch. If anybody had told me a few years ago that I would be able to understand the physics of radiation, I never would have believed it.
Well, College of DuPage is a great choice for learning radiation therapy because we have terrific facilities here on campus. We're the only community college in the country that has our own CT scanner, where students can practice CT imaging since it's a key component in radiation therapy. We also have terrific faculty here. We're using imaging professionals and radiation therapy professionals that are working at our hospitals and clinical sites, and they come here and teach, so you're learning the latest techniques and procedures.
For one of my classes, I have a radiation therapist as one of my teachers, which is really beneficial for me because not only does she have, extensive knowledge of what we're learning, but she kind of has a relatable experience. She's been through what we've all been through.
At clinicals, that's where we really learn all the hands-on experience that you just can't get in a textbook.
You're able to work side by side with a radiation therapist and really see what it's like to be a radiation therapist. You get to work with patients and position them, learn the machines.
I thought that their hands-on experience with the clinical sites and their partnerships with the hospitals would really be beneficial to my overall career.
I feel very prepared. I'm only halfway through and I already feel ready to go. When this program is over, I'm sure I'll be ready for my own career in radiation therapy.
College of DuPage is an excellent choice for studying imaging technologies. For more information about diagnostic medical imaging, including radiography, sonography, nuclear medicine, and radiation therapy, visit their pages on the web at cod.edu/programs/DMI. In an emergency response call, teams of personnel come together to provide swift response and urgent care, from the site to the ambulance to the hospital. To provide real-life immersive training experience for students, College of DuPage conducted a collaborative simulation call utilizing COD's state-of-the-art training facilities and students from 6 emergency response and healthcare disciplines. Simulation exercises prepare students to communicate and make critical decisions in the emergency situations they will face every day.
Company 2, here's your radios.
When you're pulling on that trigger is when it's going to go off.
It'll tell the surgeon close up, so we'll just pack you and we're going to wrap you with an ACE wrap.
Then I'll probably just take we'll be. I'll take company 1 first.
Roll up. Action.
We took a real-life situation. In this case, it was a domestic violence situation. Started here at the Homeland Security Education Center, where a husband and a wife got into a domestic altercation. It turned physical. The husband ended up shooting the wife. He was in an intoxicated state. There were 2 children involved. He set the apartment on fire. So you had all this going on with the people responding, the police department, the EMS students, the firefighters, all those groups were responding at the same time.
And then from the healthcare side, we had the nursing, we had respiratory, we had surgical tech, we had diagnostic imaging and nuclear med. And in addition, we also involved our theater department to help with makeup on the mannequins. And we also had our media department who filmed this all and created the edited project at the end.
One of the things that's really great for the students is that it's out of their comfort zone. Sometimes when we practice in class, we use mannequins that don't talk, they don't move. Even though we use students sometimes to serve as actors in scenarios, it's people that they know. So when it's a complete stranger as a patient, it's a lot more realistic.
Please save my son.
You got firefighters up there, I take care of this.
Okay.
I know exactly what the objectives of the scenario are and what I want the students to learn, but I also want to make it as real as possible. I want to be the most real patient that they can get so they can practice those therapeutic communication skills.
Does it hurt?
It's not going to hurt, but it'll be uncomfortable.
First of all, I thought it was amazing. It was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had, especially as a student. Dealing with a live patient, we definitely had to up our game with the bedside manner, because I mean, having the patient actually talk to us and having a response, it was kind of like making us think on our toes and making sure that we say the right thing.
The live patient actually brings those responses also into the classroom. And so the student has to not only take care of the physical needs, but now they also have to deal with the mental and emotional needs that that patient may have.
As a lead EMT, I was pretty much in charge of oversight of what the rest of the EMTs were doing, making sure everyone was staying on point with their specific assignment and that we were all staying within a good time frame for working on the patient, getting her on the stretcher, and getting her moved to the ambulance. I learned a lot about teamwork. I learned a lot about time management. It's just a lot about the stress of the situations and how to deal with that.
Pulse was 108, respiration's 32, BP 90/54. That was when we first got on scene.
I think as an eye-opener for students, you've got to communicate, you have to be accurate, you have to work with the others and getting that message across, otherwise the patient suffers. This kind of training requires teamwork. In order to promote the teamwork, you have to have the exercise. So this is known as an interprofessional exercise, or an IPE.
It really did feel like an emergency room setting. There was a lot of chaos going on, and we had to really focus and critically think about our patient and what we needed to do, to stabilize them and prepare them for where they were heading to next. Transition from the EMTs to us, and to have to work with their equipment as well with our equipment.
We never correlate with the nursing students ever, and to have them here and see what we do, they gained a lot of respect for us and vice versa. The faculty is amazing, especially in the EMS department. They're there to teach you. They've been through it all. Some of them have been lieutenants on fire departments or paramedics for years, and through them we become the best that we can be.
It was very exciting overall, and I think I learned so much. I'm so happy I got to be part of it.
I feel that I am definitely prepared for the real world. Before I came into the nursing program, I didn't think I could actually take care of a patient. But coming out of here, I actually feel a lot more confident.
My time here definitely helped me get ready for both working and for paramedic school. They had a great paramedic transition program that was just great.
We're already planning right now for next year's collaborative exercise. We want to take more of the departments and disciplines here at the college and include more departments next year, make it even bigger.
One of the things about simulation is that we don't expect the students to be perfect. We know that students are going to make mistakes. This is a classroom, and that's the wonderful thing about simulation. It's a learning moment, it's a teachable moment. We can help them to improve, and so creating these experiences allows us to broaden their knowledge base and understand how to move beyond the mistakes and to grow professionally.
Images is your program keeping you connected with the exciting events and interesting people that make up COD's vibrant community. Be sure to tune in every month to catch the latest and watch past episodes on demand at cod.edu. That's it for our program. I'm Rio Almaria. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.